On first down, Buckley. And he'll be hit from behind and taken down. Justin Houston in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19.
Flex round.
Operating from the gun, Buckley. Now he's flushed out left. Finding room at the 30. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. No one there to help out downfield, but no problem. Scrambling for 22 and a first. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Throwing on first down. Buckley got a man right side. It's Sharp. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. Four yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Looking to throw. Buckley. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
Though he's seen some good pressure defensively already here in the first quarter, here's another good example.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Back to throw. Buckley. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. Out is Rigoberto Sanchez on 4th down to punt this thing. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. He'll return it from the 6. 12 yards on the return that time. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Smith, his first carry. And some room to work. Slips past him.
Where'd he go?
And now nothing but green ahead of him. And touchdown. Ito Smith, 82 yards. And his guys have taken a first-quarter lead. Well called, well blocked, and then he just made a great play. That was an athlete going a long way.
Yeah, how about the suddenness, too? Just getting there and taking off and going. For the defensive guys, plays like that really hurt.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. Now a hit and a loose football. It's going the other way. And they're going to take over right there at the 22-yard line.
As that ball got away from him and he saw the opposing team recover it.
You felt his pain?
Oh, I felt his pain, and you know what was going through his head. Tuck it away. Take care of the ball. All the things he hears all week in practice, he didn't carry it over into the game.
A first down carry for Smith. And able to fight forward inside the 15 to the 13. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. Well, they're making a real first-quarter statement with a run game, no doubt.
For those who remember old-school football, running it, establishing things, seeing backs find holes, get through them, they've got to like what they're seeing from this unit so far. Right now, they've decided to, as you've said, establish the run game, and they've been successful doing it.
Now it's Jackson. And it's caught. Touchdown. In for the score. And his guys are going to add on to their lead. And it was a tight window. He knew he had to rocket that thing in there. He got it done.
And when you're able to complete one like that, your confidence has to just go sky high. You just mentioned it. Tight window, zings it in there despite excellent coverage. Result, touchdown.
This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Throwing to start the drive. Buckley out left side here to Bryant. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And it'll be a 2nd and long. From the gun, Buckley. On the right side, it's Hilton with a catch. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
And they pick up the first down there with a gain of 4. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Let's go! Brad 38! Brad 38! Flex round! Flex round!
On 1st and 10, Buckley. His throw incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Buckley looking deep downfield. And they went for a big play through the air on 2nd down. Couldn't connect. Now it's 3rd.
What I loved about meeting with these coaches before the game is we didn't even have to ask any questions. They told us that they were going to be aggressive and push the ball downfield. They weren't successful on that play, but look for them to try it again later.
To throw on 3rd down. Buckley. And he fires one that's intercepted. It's Chris Harris with a pick. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week. 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away. And that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well. One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Middle of the field, it's Robinson. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. So that'll get him the 1st down as they get 9 yards out of that quick slant.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Let's go! 3-19!
A handoff to Smith. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
So if I'm an offensive coordinator, there's one thing that I know for sure. This is one of the top 5 teams in the NFL against the run. So when I look at my playlist, I'm probably thinking about throwing it.
Now Jackson on 2nd down. Going to throw right side here, complete. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
The gain of 5 that time gives them the conversion and makes it 1st and goal. A pretty sizable deficit here in the 1st quarter. This defense probably need to get off the field in those situations on 3rd down.
And you and I both know in this huddle before that last 3rd down play, that's exactly what they talked about. Let's make the play. Let's get off the field. Let's reverse the momentum. Instead, they got hit with another 1st down, almost back to the drawing board.
With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Brooklyn football as we get going in quarter number 2. And they'll come up looking to keep this drive moving. They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. And Jackson throwing once more. And it's caught. Touchdown. As his guys are in for 6. And his guys find a way to stretch that lead. Tucker now for the extra point. Tucker with the extra point. And that makes the score 21-0. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one. Drive, you're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
Flex round! Flex round! Let's go! White 90! White 90!
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And down he'll go at the 25. Give him 8 on the play, and that'll make it a second down.
Ohio! Ohio! Hey! Ohio! Ohio!
Operating from the gun. Buckley being chased out left. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was looking for Jack Doyle that time. And it's 3rd and short. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and this shows on the scoreboard.
On 3rd and 2, Buckley throwing the out route incomplete. It's Bryant. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. It'll be a pickup of 4, good enough to earn him yet another first down.
Ohio! Ohio!
On first down, Buckley steps away to his left. Throw left side complete to Sharp. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent game, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. Only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Back to throw again. Now he'll escape to his left. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Doyle. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. He'll get the penalty yardage back exactly, 10 yards, as they'll get it to 2nd and 10.
Ohio! Ohio!
To throw on 2nd down, Buckley. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a first down.
And there's another completion to the tight end. And let's face it, it is hard to overthrow a 6'6" target.
It is indeed. Quarterbacks like their speed guys. They like that huge 6'6" target that they've got in him.
They really do, and it reminds me of what one great tight end told me once. He had told his quarterback, just make sure you throw it up there. You know, kind of like put up on the top shelf where the kids can't get it.
A really good pickup of 28 yards.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
Ohio! Ohio! Flex round! Flex round! Under 10!
Throwing on first down. Buckley. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. Seems like this defense, especially the secondary, has really been contesting about every throw in this first half.
Remind me of a good half-court defensive basketball team. Every time a pass is thrown, they're right there in good defensive position, able to affect the play.
Flex round! Flex round!
Throwing again. Buckley. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position, couldn't hold on, third down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. On third down, Buckley. Now he's forced out left, and that's incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
So they do get 3 points, but that's now 3 drives with only the 3 points, not a ratio that's going to win you many ball games.
Not at all, Brandon. And think about it this way. We all know payoff is the key, right? And wouldn't we love to have the concession on every T-shirt that's been printed in football that says finish on it? Because that's the mantra everywhere. Got to be able to finish drives, put points on the board.
And now back out comes the offense. And the ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Not sure it can be much better than that. They've got to feel very good about the groove that they're in at this stage of the game.
They'll start on the ground. It's Ito Smith. And not too much going there as he'll get it up to the 23-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's Jackson. Wide open receiver complete. Give him 30 yards there.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Here's a give to Smith. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Set! Blue 90! Blue 90!
On 2nd down, Jackson. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. 1:59 to go in the first half. We'll come back to Indianapolis right after this. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. They'll run it here. This is James White. And they'll get him down here at about the 5-yard line. It'll be a 3-yard pickup, and it brings up 2nd and goal.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some...
And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. Ito Smith, his 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And his guys are going to add on to their lead. And always a good first half when you can hit pay dirt twice.
And it never hurts to have that good feeling as the game moves on. Just think about halftime. If that's all he gets, he'll just sit there at the half and think, all right, 2 already. I can get some more. I can get some more. And he'll be encouraging his offensive line to create some space.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. And they had a long drive last time, but they had to settle for a field goal, and I'm sure that's how it felt to them, settling. They probably should have gotten in the end zone.
Yeah, not out-and-out joy, right? Because that's what you get when you put the ball in the end zone. But there are benefits to that type of a long drive. Your defense gets a chance to take a break, adjust a little bit, maybe get themselves ready to get back out on the field and play a little bit better. So they'll take the benefit even though they wanted it.
In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, their quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
Red 38! Red 38! Hey, alert 3, alert 3! Watch the safety creep! 51 to fight, boys, 51! Ohio! Ohio!
Looking to throw on second down. Buckley. He's going to let this one go deep. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 38.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Now let's go! Blue 90! Blue 90! Hot!
Now Ito Smith. And he'll be taken down at the 34. Jamal Sheard on the stop.
This guy's well on his way now to a big game on the ground. It's another good run there. Puts him over the century mark in yardage, and we're still in the second quarter.
Now Jackson. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. This quarterback now nearly perfect. 9 of 10 in this first half. It's 1st and 10.
Hurry up, here we go! Blue 90!
From the gun, Jackson. Eluding the pressure right. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Robinson. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half.
Set! 319!
On second down, here's Smith. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. Just a gain of a yard, but it's going to set him up with a 1st and goal. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. This will be just a 21-yard attempt. And Tucker's kick right there. It's good. And their lead will swell up to 28. So they get the 3, increase their lead to close out the half.
Excellent way to end a drive, going to the locker room with a little bit of extra momentum after adding 3 to their total.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he's going to go out of bounds on the return. He won't even get this thing back to the 10-yard line. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. So here they come, the road team now getting the football first to start this third quarter. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Here we go now. 319. 319.
Again, it's Smith. Room to run past midfield. And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. And all the way in for the touchdown. Ito Smith, 64 yards. And this offense is running away with this one. He keeps carrying the ball into the end zone, and in this one, he's sort of carrying the team on his back.
He's the reason that they lead right now, no question about it. And you talk about on his back, he's not minding the extra weight at all, is he? Carrying that just as lightly as he does the football. Yeah, what a great performance so far.
Those 3 touchdowns, it's got him in the lead. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. Here's the Colts now as they get ready for their first possession on offense of the second half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second half?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
Michael Brocker's in on the stop.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
They go with Murray again. And he'll power his way up near the 25. It's a gain of 6, moves him to a manageable 3rd and 2 situation.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Looking to throw. Buckley sliding out of the pocket. And the defense loses him. It's complete. And he takes it all the way down to the 28-yard line. It's a big conversion on 3rd for the Colts. 48 yards. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. On 1st down, Murray. And down inside the 15 he goes. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another 1st.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another 1st down with that run.
They go back to Murray on 1st down. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll, in fact, tackle him behind the line. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. That was 2nd down run for Murray. Able to fight for about 4 yards there to the 13.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the 2nd level.
The Colts on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 9.
Come on,
Back to throw. Buckley flushed out right. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. It's the sackmaster, Justin Houston, who comes up with it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
all right, here we go.
They begin with a run by Smith. And he'll take this forward only up to about the 7. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
Here we go now.
They go back to the ground with Smith. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be 3rd and 10. Back now here on EA Sports. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
Watch 36. 36 to Mike.
Gun, gun. Gun, gun.
Jackson from the shotgun. Throw left side complete. It's Cole. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 20. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks. So the previous play, a big help, as now they'll have it 1st and 10 up at the 20.
3 down, 3 down. Hey.
All right, here we go. 319.
Running left, it's Smith. And he's got some space here. And they finally get him down, but not before he reaches the 34. And a huge play that time. 46 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. They keep it with Smith on 1st down. And a short gain down to about the 33. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
But they're getting ready to go to work now in prime real estate after that last run. Found his spot and picked up nice yardage, didn't he?
And now he's got him knocking on the door of the red zone.
Set. Green 30.
And they'll go on the ground. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. And they'll run it here. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down. Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. 3rd and 15 here after the 1st and 2nd down plays went in the wrong direction. Jackson now. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Tavon Young. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Now they get a fourth quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That's a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other, but it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over.
Flex round! Flex round!
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And his throw is incomplete. Tajay Sharp, the intended receiver. That'll bring up second down. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Escaping the pressure right. Oh, able to avoid him. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. The improv act there, good for 9, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd and short, 3rd and 1. The Colts on 3rd down, 3 for 7 so far in this game. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. They'll run here. It's Murray. And he'll have the first down as he's up to about the 18. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
We all love to have a home run hitter in the backfield. Guy who can take it the distance. But in short yardage, trying to pick up first downs, that big guy, always a nice luxury to have, isn't he?
They go play action here on first down. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. And you hate to say it with a rookie quarterback. He's done some good things, but overall, looked a little bit overwhelmed back there, hasn't he?
He certainly has. But in his defense, he hasn't had a lot of time to throw the football. You like the way I said that? In his defense.
In his defense. I got it.
You see what I did there?
Yeah, he needs better protection, that's for sure. Now, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. The goal for them wasn't to simply make the postseason. They wanted to make some noise once they got there. Well, they made the noise all right. They're moving on.
And to get deep into the playoffs, that's everyone's goal ultimately. Now it's a reality for them. Now they've got a chance to get to the ultimate goal.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say so long, everybody.
They gon' let me in this club in these dirty vans. Clean money and count stacks with these dirty hands. Do a show, cop the rack with my new advance. 50 bands, 80 bands, 100 bands. I'm the American dream. We the American dream. No money, no class, look at them. Look at them, how to make it in America. America. Real day one, ain't a lot of us. Mom worked 2 jobs, it was hard for us. Me and sis made it out, now she proud of us. They teach me how to rap in those private schools. Wasn't like my rich friends, had a lot to lose. Less money, less options, lot of rules. So when that first deal came, it was opportune. And shorty got potential, I scouted that. She say she in love, but I doubt that. Maybe it's the clout. I get love in the north, I get love in the south, yeah. Shorty claims she a feminist, and her feminine. Girl, you know that he average. Girl, you know I'm a savage. They gon' let me in this club in these dirty vans. Clean money, I count stacks with these dirty hands. Do a show, caught the rack with my new advance. 50 bands, 80 bands, 100 bands. I'm the American dream. We the American dream. No money, no class, look at them. No money, now I'm in the Benz truck with a new honey. They said I wouldn't make it, I'm like, you funny. Laughing at my haters like, you dummies. The night is young, girl, what can you do for me? 6 figures, 5 shows, big ballin'. Look, I'm very important. I took a break, had some things I had to get sorted. I might retire in my prime like I'm M. Jordan. Table dancing in Southampton. Use the glasses for banners. Be cooling out in the whip, but I done dared every girl on my list. KD at the 3, Djokovic with the racket. Phelps in the pool, I'm like Speed at the Masters. Girl, you know you a bad. Girl, you know I'm a savage. They gon' let me in this club in these dirty vans. Clean money, I count stacks with these dirty hands. Do a show, caught the rack with my new advance. 50 bands, 80 bands, 100 bands. I'm the American dream. We the American dream. No money, no class, look at them. Another day in the USA. Just another day in America. Kids from my hood look up to the system set us up for failure. I just wanna make enough to pay dividends, then invest in black businesses. They teach us to hate what we see in the mirror, but it can't break our spirit.